Republic of New Zealand. Let's scrap the Treaty of Waitangi. The Treaty of Waitangi, 6th of February 1840. Whether the treaty was initially a verbal agreement, then scribed in the English language and translated into Maori for the warring tribes, is totally irrelevant today. Whether the treaty has or needs principles is also totally irrelevant today, because it is a historical document only of no valid practical purpose in a modern ethical society, and the document should be filed away permanently in a museum for all to admire, if anyone wishes to do so. The Treaty of Waitangi should be scrapped. Why? Because colonization has been absolutely fantastic for Maori overall, with an incredible array of benefits being bestowed upon them. Significant benefits of health, food, clothing, hygiene, transport, roads, bridges, hospitals, property rights, language, fauna, flora, law, order, and the ending of slavery, infanticide, cannibalism, tribal warfare, and Stone Age behaviour. You only need to look at the clothes the Maori MPs wear today to realise how much they all must appreciate the fact their ancestors were colonised. One of the most significant benefits of colonisation for Maori has been life expectancy. Back in the 1840s, life expectancy for Maori was around age 30 years, and today, due solely to the benefits of colonisation, life expectancy for Maori descendants has massively increased to over 70 years of age. You would think that Maori descendants would be ecstatically happy. Maori health and housing today is light years ahead of their similar standards in the 1840s, all thanks to British colonisation. Nonetheless, the haka war dances continue, the verbal warring continues, the intimidation continues, the poor me victimhood mentality bludgeoning continues. This babbling mantra that we must do better for Maori is total and utter nonsense. Of course the Treaty of Waitangi should be scrapped and filed away. It has no bearing whatsoever in a modern civilised society. It's not a national treasure, as some past interfering has-been battle-axe government ministers would have you believe. The treaty served a purpose over 180 years ago, to bring peace to New Zealand at that time, by stopping the warring Maori tribes from continually fighting and slaughtering themselves. The benefits for future Maori generations were immense, so much so there are no Maori in reality left alive today. Even the war-dancing, eye-bulging leaders of the Te Pāti Maori are predominantly colonised European, like all other Maori living in New Zealand are today. True Maori no longer exist in New Zealand, fact. There is also no legal statutory definition of a Maori either, another fact. Furthermore, suspiciously, there is also no identity document provided by the government to prove that one is a Maori. But there are certainly many elite gravy train milking people out in the wop-wops claiming to be Maori. Today's schools, universities and Maori MPs like Rawiri Waititi would have you believe that the Maori tribes of old were friendly gardeners and fishermen, all hand-holding homosexuals and lesbians, living together in harmonious tranquility in a gentle Maori peaceful paradise. That was at least, until the dastardly thieving colonisers arrived. What total and utter garbage. Back in the 1840s, Maori were nothing but brutal, violent, warring, savage cannibals, who not only murdered their neighbours and children, they ate them as well. Maori tribes of the 1840s had some of the most vile and disgusting habits imaginable, such that one nearly vomits even thinking about their behaviour. Thank goodness for colonisation, and so too for the majority of decent part Maori families living today, who are also very grateful for colonisation of their ancestors. By today's modern ethical values and standards, anyone, any human being behaving in such a vile manner would be deemed a violent criminal, and that is the reason the Treaty of Waitangi should be scrapped. It's an archaic document that served its purpose at the time, but it has no meaningful purpose whatsoever in a modern first world country or economy. No law-abiding civilised society today would draw up an agreement of benefits for criminals so that they could pass on special rights to their descendants. Of course not. Such criminals would be arrested, jailed long-term, and in some countries they would be executed. Give them a treaty, a partnership? Give me a break. The Treaty of Waitangi is clearly past its use-by date and should be scrapped. Why on earth are we even talking about passing down special rights, or rights of any kind, to descendants of 1840s criminals, for goodness sake? Perhaps it's time for a different referendum. Should New Zealand become a republic? That idea is really starting to look more sensible by the day. Even Jacinda Ardern believed that New Zealand should become a republic. Thank you for listening. WhangāreiTim.